The story begins at the time when the Second World War was going on. A young boy named Desmond also joined the army to serve his country like everyone else. When he reached the training camp, he did not think that the journey ahead would be so difficult. At the same time, his drill sergeant came in with a blast. He was speaking so loudly that the man standing next to him became deaf. A soldier named Smitty, who was playing with a knife earlier, was so shocked by the sergeant's sudden entry that his knife got stuck in his foot. And a soldier did not even get time to wear clothes. Sergeant Howell was exactly the same kind of soldier as shown in movies. The one who screams in a loud voice, the one who comments on the looks of people. Desmond found this strange way of his very interesting. But now the soldier who could not wear clothes at the right time, he was punished, in which he will have to do the first training without clothes. At the beginning of the training, they were taught to tie knots in different ways, so that they can tie the rope in the best way as soon as possible. A lot of need for all this. Desmond was having a lot of trouble in all this. But he was raised in the mountains, so in the training of running, and throwing things, he got ahead of everyone very easily. Until now, everything was going well for him. But the real problem started when it came to driving weapons, and Desmond refused to touch the gun due to his principles. As soon as Sergeant Howell heard this, he took Desmond to Captain Glover's office. Desmond told the captain that he was told that he would not have to pick up weapons. And he also said that I can't work on Saturday. That day, I just take the name of God. Glover laughed at him. He understood that there's no point in taking Desmond to war when he is not following his basic rules. After this, Desmond was sent for a psychological test because the captain did not find Desmond fit for the service. Howell was humiliating all the soldiers. He told everyone about Desmond, how he refused to fight. This brother wants to go to war, he doesn't want to fight. He told everyone that whatever you do in war, do not trust this man. That night, before the lights went out, Desmond was looking at his fiance's picture in his Bible. Then Smitty snatched the Bible from him. But Desmond did not get angry. He said very easily that, "Brother, give it to me." The next day, Desmond went for a brain test. Desmond said that he is completely healthy. He has no disease. He is just a little different. He has faith in God. He is not crazy. The doctor understood that Desmond is absolutely fine, and by saying crazy, he cannot be removed at all. If he wants to work as a medic in the war, he can be allowed. But for this, he will have to go through training. But now it was on the ego of Captain Glover. He wanted to remove him. When he could not remove him according to the rules, he told Howell to strengthen Desmond's training. From that moment, Desmond was given the most difficult and tiring work. He was also given the task of cleaning the toilet. To make his condition worse, Howell turned his bed upside down one morning and canceled all the soldiers' upcoming holidays. He told Desmond the reason for this. Everyone was very angry at Desmond. And that night, when some people met and he was sleeping, they beat him a lot. Smitty, who was watching all this from a distance, he was thinking that why does this man want to go to fight? He's not getting any respect for an hour. People are cursing separately. Why isn't he going home? The next morning, Howell saw that Desmond had wounds all over his body. And pitying him, he told him to go away. "Why aren't you going from here? Go away." But Desmond directly refused that no matter what, "I will go to save the country in the war." And Desmond did not even tell the names of the soldiers who had killed him. In fact, he said that I had fallen, that's why these marks were there. As soon as his training was over, all the soldiers got a holiday except for Desmond, who was arrested for going against the order. On the other hand, his fiancée Dorothy was waiting for him on the wedding day. When he did not come, Dorothy understood somewhere that something must have happened. Desmond will not leave him just like that. Desmond, who was in jail, was now broken from the inside. Meanwhile, Glover came to meet him. He suggested that if Desmond admits his mistake, then he will be released without any action. But Desmond said that I can't support the wrong thing. After this, Dorothy came to meet him. Actually, the thing was that he was not agreeing to shoot, without which his training could not be completed. Dorothy asked him, "Why don't you agree? Once you complete the training, then don't shoot." But Desmond's decision did not change. And he was not always like this. On the contrary, he was very angry in his childhood. The story went back in time to show how he changed so much. Now let's see a little Desmond. He also has a brother named Hal. His mother, Bertha, is a very religious woman, and Father Tom is a retired soldier. In the afternoon, Desmond and Hal were fighting each other. As they fought, the matter escalated, and Desmond got angry and hit a brick on his brother's forehead, after which Hal survived. Hal survived, but this incident had a very deep effect on Desmond. Desmond realized that he had done a very wrong thing in anger. And what would he do if his brother died? When his mother explained to him, he regretted it even more. That day and today, that angry boy had become a very calm person.
Today he was doing some work in the church. As soon as Desmond saw that a man had an accident, he ran out without hesitation. Desmond used his belt to stop the blood flowing from the man and quickly took the injured man to the hospital. The doctor also praised Desmond for using his brain, because of which a life has been saved today. Seeing the doctors and nurses working, Desmond had a sleeping desire. He always wanted to become a doctor. He wanted to help people, but never got a chance to study for it. That day, Desmond saw a nurse named Dorothy. As soon as he saw Dorothy, he fell in love with her. He was just looking for an excuse to talk to her, when he found out that donating blood can make you talk to her, so he was ready to bleed as much as he could. The next day, Desmond went to the hospital again to talk to Dorothy, and in the talks, Desmond finally asked her to go out. Dorothy also found him a kind-hearted person, so she also said yes. Their first date went pretty well, although Desmond, who grew up with his brother, was still learning how to talk to women. But on the way back, Dorothy was a little shocked when Desmond suddenly kissed her. She said, "It's not like that I didn't like it, but you should take permission, right?" But even after this strange moment, their relationship started to play a lot. Now Dorothy started giving her medical books to Desmond, with which Desmond started to know more about medicine. A few days after this, Hal told his family that I have joined the army. I have given my name to go to war. He thought it was right to tell them family when the matter was finalized, because if he had told them earlier, it could have been a stop and go. His mother hated the word fight, because she believed that taking anyone's life is a crime against God. And seeing Hal in the army uniform, Tom's painful memories were refreshed, because he had also fought at his time, and all his good friends who grew up with him were killed in that war. That fight ate them all, after which Hal was sad and started drinking alcohol. Unhappy with his son's decision, Tom threw him out of the room. After this, Desmond told his mother that, "Mom, I will also join the army, but not to take anyone's life, but to save it, as a doctor." Anyway, the next day he also told this to Dorothy. She didn't like it at all that Desmond was risking his life for no reason. But Desmond said that the country needs us. If we don't fight, who will fight? But before going, I want to marry you. Hearing this, Dorothy was shocked once, but then she said yes. The wedding date was fixed. But before leaving for the war, Desmond went to meet his father, who was standing near the graves of his friends who he lost in the war. With bitterness in his voice, Tom said that they were all fools, talking about death, talking about the country. Actually, Tom didn't want him to have to bury any of his sons, and especially he didn't think that Desmond would come back from this fight. Because after almost killing his brother, he swore that after today, I will not kill anyone. I will not attack anyone. And according to him, such a war is not won. Now it was time for Desmond to go for training. Dorothy gave him a Bible which had a picture of him, a sign of his love and trust. After this, we have seen what happened in the training. Now Desmond was in jail, and Dorothy wasn't able to understand how to get him released. When Dorothy couldn't think of anything, she called Desmond's parents for help. The next day, Desmond's father reached Fort Jackson, wearing his old uniform, in which all the medals were decorated. Without hesitation, he should have spoken to his old commanding officer, who had now become a brigadier. There, Desmond's court-martial began, and Desmond remained firm on his statement of innocence. As soon as he was sentenced, Tom came there, who had gotten a letter from the brigadier. This letter was to remind everyone that according to the Constitution of the country, if a person believes in something, then he can deny the things that go against his thoughts. Everyone has the right to do so. Thinking that this issue should not be raised too much, this matter was canceled there itself, and the charges against Desmond were removed. Now he was fully ready to go as a medic in the fight, that too without any weapon. In this happiness, Desmond and Dorothy finally got married, and they spent the first night together in 1945. Desmond's body was deported to Okinawa Island, Japan. Now he was about to jump straight into the battlefield. As soon as he reached there, the heartbreaking scenes came in front of him. The piles of corpses were being removed as if they were garbage. Then it was understood that he had come to take the place of those soldiers who had already died. The remaining soldiers of the last division were mixed with the unit of Glover. And there he met two more medics. There he came to know about Hacksaw Ridge. The American Army had tried to occupy Hacksaw Ridge 6 times, but every time the Japanese Army crushed them. The enemy deliberately attacks the medics so that no one can help the injured people. That's why Desmond had to remove the medic sign, so that no one pays special attention to him. He was also given a helmet for his safety. Within a few days, the unit reached Hacksaw Ridge. It was very important to occupy this place. As soon as they occupied this place, they will completely be occupied on this island. The American Army quickly started climbing. Heavy bombardment was being carried out on the enemy to weaken the Japanese forces. And there was smoke everywhere in the battlefield. Their unit took advantage of this and started climbing towards the peak, ready for battle. But they didn't know that this war was going to be very dangerous. As they kept climbing, the Japanese army also started carrying out heavy bombardment. One by one, the soldiers started to die. But Desmond kept helping as many people as he could, even those soldiers who had been released earlier. Many times the Japanese soldiers came very close to killing Desmond.
But Smitty saved his life when he got a chance. Smitty kept killing everyone and saved Desmond many times. The night came after a very long and dangerous battle, and the Americans decided to take care of the battle. They set up camp there so that as soon as morning came, they could occupy the entire peak. Howell told everyone that it is very dangerous to go alone anywhere. So rest in your own pits, don't go out here and there. But Desmond was dedicated to saving the injured soldiers. He didn't want anyone who could be saved to be killed. He left to save the survivors without thinking about his life. Desmond saved the lives of some injured soldiers and brought them back. After that, he and Smitty started resting in a pit. Now Smitty's behavior completely changed for Desmond. The way Desmond was trying to save everyone's life without thinking about himself, that gave Smitty a lot of respect for him. They had a little fun with each other, and their relationship got much better. When Desmond slept, he started having scary dreams of war. He saw that the enemy entered his pit and killed them both. He was very scared and told his dream to Smitty, but Smitty was shocked to hear that you didn't even pick up a weapon in a dream. When the enemy was going to kill us, you are an amazing man. Now there was nothing else to do. So Desmond told him his story. His father kept killing his mother after drinking for years, and Desmond saw all this even though he didn't want to. One day when the limit was reached, Desmond faced Tom. He took his gun from Tom and aimed it at him, but at that moment he didn't feel powerful. But his father broke down and sat on his knees and started crying badly. His father's condition was also due to the war. He lost many of his friends because of this gun. From that day, I swore that I would never pick up a weapon again. Smitty also told her story. She never saw her father, and her mother left her in an orphanage when she was a child. Anyway, as soon as morning came, the Japanese army started a counterattack. Now the American soldiers were in a little sleep because of the heavy bombardment. Howell ordered to retreat. Their navy tried to protect them, but the Japanese army was carrying out a very dangerous bombardment. In all this, Smitty was badly injured, but Desmond didn't get scared. He picked up his friend and took him to a safe place. There was no other way, so the American army completely moved away from there and came down from the peak. Desmond could also go from there, but he didn't go. He could hear the screams of crying men who were now left behind. He decided to save them all. Captain Glover was persuading Desmond to retreat. He gathered the remaining soldiers and started leaving. He left some soldiers behind to keep an eye on that place. Desmond was struggling in the midst of this devastation without caring for his life. He was saving the injured soldiers one by one. He tied them all one by one with the help of a rope and brought them down. As soon as Glover understood what Desmond was doing, he ordered the artillery to attack so that Desmond could be safe. But because of this, Desmond, Glover, and the remaining soldiers were seen by the enemy, and now they were watching closely. An attack could have happened at any time. But still, Desmond didn't give up. Vehicles came to take the injured soldiers. Desmond was taking them down. He didn't stop even when the Japanese soldiers came close. Suddenly, Desmond found an injured soldier. Using his brain, Desmond put soil on him so that the enemy couldn't see him, and he placed a dead body on himself. This method worked, and the Japanese soldiers left without seeing them. As soon as they left, Desmond took out the injured soldier and took him off the rope under the hill. Glover, who was exhausted, was asking for help from his superior, but because of the war, he was also hesitating to send help. As the war was going on, Desmond took a dangerous step. He started coming down the hill, but this time the enemy saw him. Because of the heavy bombardment, Desmond jumped into a Japanese tunnel. There he found an injured Japanese soldier. The Japanese soldiers used this tunnel to come and go quietly. Some soldiers were coming from there at that time, so Desmond hid quickly. He wasn't caught, but suddenly he found an injured soldier. But Desmond wasn't looking at him like an enemy. He was just a man who was in pain. He gave him morphine and bandaged his wounds. When Desmond came out of the tunnel, it was very late, but the darkness couldn't stop him. He was still saving the soldiers one after another. His hands were torn by holding the rope again and again and sending people down. Now he was bleeding, but he didn't stop. He slowly brought down many Japanese soldiers along with his companions. In the morning, Glover saw that many injured soldiers had been brought down from the battlefield. An injured soldier said that the man we were calling a coward, he has done all this alone. Then Desmond met Howell and another soldier. They were both injured, but alive. Howell said that I have to come later, first save him. Desmond picked up the other soldier and took him to a safe place. Soon he came back for his sergeant, but then a Japanese soldier saw Desmond and shot him. Fortunately, the bullet hit his helmet and Desmond survived. Howell still had bullets. Now Desmond deliberately ran in the open so that he would know where the sniper was, and as soon as Howell found his location, Howell hit him with a very good aim and killed him. As soon as he got a chance, Desmond quickly dragged Howell toward his camp, but then the enemy saw him and started shooting. Howell kept shooting back, and Desmond slowly started taking him away. As soon as they jumped off the rope to get off the pole, the Japanese soldiers started shooting them from above, but the American soldiers standing below took care of the crowd and killed them. Now Desmond had brought down all the survivors from above. Desmond came down and saw respect in everyone's eyes and heart. He had been doing this for a long time. He had become very weak, so he was taken to the medical room. There he found out that the other medic could not survive. After all this, Glover came to Desmond and said, "You are great. Forgive me for the bad behavior I did to you." He said that no one else can do what Desmond did for his country. Glover also said that now we will go to the ridge tomorrow, but tomorrow is Saturday, the day of your prayer, so if you don't want to go up tomorrow, it's okay. But Desmond said that I will go. Before the attack, the entire unit waited for his prayer to end, that whatever happens, we will not go up without Desmond. This time, the Americans suddenly attacked the Japanese soldiers, for which they were not ready. Also, the Americans had help from behind, and Desmond's tunnel was also found, so it became very easy to defeat the enemy. In the middle, some Japanese soldiers laid a trap. They came forward waving a white flag as if they had given up, but this was a trap. They came very close and started throwing grenades. Desmond threw the grenade away to save his people, but it burst first, which injured Desmond. The soldiers picked him up on the stretcher and tried to get him out of there. While going, the Bible fell down from Desmond, which was picked up again. The American army finally won, and the occupation of Hacksaw Ridge was completed. This is a true story of Desmond Doss, who saved the lives of 75 injured soldiers alone on Hacksaw Ridge. Desmond was probably the only man in the world who turned the direction of the war without picking up any weapon. Without him, those 75 soldiers could not have survived. For his bravery, he got the Medal of Honor, which is the biggest award of America to be awarded during the war. If you liked the video, then like it and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.